Oke, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing right now?
I'm fine. Thank you. And
I'm
you?
fine.
Okay, so before we start our class, let's pray together. Pray begin. Enough. Okay, so before we go to our topic lesson today, so I have prepared a warm up for you. So the warm up is Padlet. Okay, so I will share the link in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Share screen. Linknya bisa dipakai nggak?
Bisa, sir.
Bisa, sir.
Okay. So your task is simple. So you just need to find a historical place that you have already visited. Jadi kalian tinggal ketikkan nama tempat bersejarah yang pernah kalian kunjungi di dalam Padlet ini. Nah, nanti akan muncul. Dan jangan lupa masukkan nama kalian. Waduh, udah ada yang ngasih. Oke, langsung aja ya.
Okay, sir.
Oke, first kita bahas yang ini dulu. Oke, Candi Kimpulan Lodade ini kira-kira siapa ya yang ke tempat ini?
Saya, sir.
Oke, Dava. Oke, can you explain bagaimana tempatnya dan suasananya bagaimana?
Suasananya melingkar, terus dingin. Karena dalam gedung kan saya lihatnya.
Iya. Terus?
Terus isinya batu-batu doang.
Oke, isinya batu-batu. Thank you, Dava. Kemudian yang kedua, bahas punya Farhan nih berarti.
Yes, sir.
Candi Prambanan. Oke. Kapan kamu datang ke Candi Prambanan, Farhan?
Terakhir belum lama, sir. Mungkin 2 bulan yang lalu.
Oke. And what about the place, Farhan?
The place is there is mini temple inside, and then there is a lot of tourists.
Oke, thank you Farhan. Banyak turis,
Yes, sir.
banyak
Mini
candi-candi
candi,
kecil ya.
mini temple.
Ya. Oke, thank you guys. Oke, so after we play Padlet, so now we are going to discuss our topic lesson today. So I will share the screen. Okay. What does historical places mean in bahasa Indonesia? Farhan, Dava, ada yang tahu? artinya?
Deskripsiin tempat bersejarah.
Oke, thank you, Dava. Ya, jadi kita hari ini belajar tentang mendeskripsikan tempat-tempat bersejarah ya.
Yes, sir.
Oke, sir.
Oke. Langsung aja. Oke, the first is social function, atau dalam bahasa Indonesia artinya fungsi sosial. Karena kita hari ini belajar tentang salah satu tipe teks deskriptif, yaitu describing a historical place. Nah, jadi the social function is to describe a historical place. Nah, banyak, jenis-jenis macam-macam teks deskriptif itu kan banyak. Ada describe person, animal, appearance of someone, and place, and our topic lesson today, historical place. Nah, jadi misal kalian menemukan sebuah pertanyaan di dalam ujian, you just simply say that to describe bla 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 by following the name of the historical place. Jadi misal teksnya berupa Borobudur Temple, jadi kalian tinggal tulis atau bilang to describe Borobudur Temple, atau mungkin to describe Eiffel Tower misal, atau menara Eiffel. And then the structure of the text. Jadi di dalam teks deskriptif itu terdiri dari 3 hal yang harus terdapat di dalam teks kalian. Dan ini nggak cuma terdapat di teks. Ketika kalian ingin mendeskripsikan tempat bersejarah secara lisan, kalian juga perlu mencantumkan 3 hal ini. Nah, yang pertama, what the place is, and then where it is located, and then how it looks like. Jadi yang pertama tentang apa, nama tempatnya, lokasinya. Yang kedua, kemudian yang ketiga, bagaimana bangunannya, bentuk bangunannya. Oke. Do you have any question?
Not yet, sir.
Okay,
Not yet, sir.
Okay. So we are going to the next slide. Linguistic features. Unsur kebahasaan. Okay. So the first is adjective. So what does adjective mean in bahasa Indonesia, guys?
Kata sifat, sir.
Thank you, kata sifat. Ya, jadi kata sifat kalau di dalam bahasa Indonesia itu ya sama kayak bahasa Inggris, banyak macamnya. Misal kayak kotor, bersih, menarik, indah, menakjubkan, seperti itu. Nah, kalau dalam bahasa Inggris saya taruh contohnya seperti ini: attractive, interesting, engaging, amazing, extraordinary. Kemudian warna, kalian nyebutin warnanya, itu juga termasuk adjective. Okay, and then the second linguistic features, using 2 tenses. Nah, dalam kasus ini ada 2 tenses yang akan bisa kalian implementasikan dalam teks kalian atau ketika kalian ingin menjelaskan historical place secara lisan. Yang pertama ada simple past tense. Nah, kalian menggunakan simple past tense ketika when you want to explain the history of the place or explain your experience when you have already visited the place. Jadi ketika kalian menjelaskan sejarah dari tempat tersebut, itu kalian pakai past tense. And then the second tense is present tense. Nah, dalam kasus ini ketika kalian ingin menjelaskan bentuknya, warnanya, atau mungkin bahan bangunan dari tempat bersejarah tersebut, itu kalian pakai simple present tense. Oke, sampai sini can be understood Anyone?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, thank you. We are going to the next slide. Okay, so pay attention. I have one picture here, so you just need to pay attention that which I will give you an example how to describe a historical place orally. Jadi di sini kalian cukup memperhatikan saya bagaimana cara mendeskripsikan tempat bersejarah secara lisan. Jadi jangan khawatir, kita nggak bakal menulis tentang descriptive text, jadi cuman simple bicara aja, ngomong aja. Oke, bentar. Oke, so pay attention ya. Oh ya, sebelumnya saya tanya dulu. Can you guess what does picture in here?
It is Keraton Yogyakarta, sir.
Okay, thank you, Farhan. Have you already visited this place, Farhan?
Yes, I have.
Oke, thank you. Udah pernah ya ternyata. Oke, langsung aja ya. Langsung saya kasih contohnya. Perhatikan baik-baik. Oke. Yang pertama kita perlu memperhatikan namanya. Tentu kita jangan lupa untuk sebutin namanya. Nah, the Keraton Yogyakarta or the Palace of Yogyakarta was built in 1755. Nah, setelah itu the next linguistic feature is, the structure of the text is the location. Same as the name, it is located in Yogyakarta, specifically located on Protowijayan Street in the center of Yogyakarta city. And then kemudian kita perlu menjelaskan bagaimana situasi bentuk penampakan dari tempat bersejarah tersebut. Nah, di sini kita bisa bilang the place full of Javanese ornaments. Keraton Jakarta penuh dengan ornamen-ornamen Jawa. Besides, the complex is big and peaceful. Nah, di sini kita juga jangan lupa untuk memakai tense, simple present tense untuk menggambarkan bangunan tersebut. Oke, sampai sini ada yang ingin ditanyakan?
Okay, sir. So far, so clear.
Oke, thank you. We are going to the next slide. Kok macet? Okay, so I have provided a video about describing a historical place. Jadi di sini ada bule yang ceritanya dia lagi mengunjungi Candi Borobudur. Nah, jadi tugas kalian cukup mendengarkan dan lalu mengidentifikasi kalimat-kalimat yang mengindikasikan describing a historical place. Oke, ada yang ingin ditanyakan sebelum kita mulai? Halo, cek.
Belum, sir.
Oke, langsung aja ya. Kita mulai Oke, udah nampak belum ya?
Sudah, Sir.
Astagfirullah. Oke, saya mulai ya. Videonya nanti cuma saya putar sampai menit 4:16. 4 menit 16 detik. Oke, saya mulai ya.
Oke, Sir.
Bentar. Muncul suaranya nggak?
Sudah, Sir, muncul.
Tapi macet-macet ya?
Yes, a little bit.
Ya udah, nggak apa-apa. Yang penting suaranya. Oke, happy watching.
They give you free water as you come in.
Borobudur.
Welcome to the single most visited attraction in Indonesia. This is Borobudur, also the largest Buddhist temple in the entire world. Gordon, it's not candy, okay? This means temple. Borobudur is located about an hour and a half from Yogyakarta. There's a bus you can take from the city to come here. We hired a driver to stay with us for the whole day because we also want to visit other out-of-town attractions. This place is huge. I thought you'd just get in and see the temple like other temples that we visited, but no, there's this huge park here. It's really beautiful. Oh, wow. It's massive. Look at that. Boro means monastery and Budur, hill. So, temple on a hill. What does it mean? Not allowed to speak? Yeah, let's be quiet. See, there's dress code, no heels, cannot sit, no guns.
Let's go find the candy. It's hidden in there. The candy's hidden.
You're still dreaming about it.
It's hidden. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the candy.
When you look from the top, you can see that this place is in the shape of a traditional Buddhist mandala, which is a square with 4 entry points and a circular center point. Every single wall is fully decorated like this. So many details. It's very, very impressive, and you can touch it. This place is full of tourists, but it is so big that you find a lot of spaces like this, totally empty.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee.
That's a good one. I'll start calling him Crocodile Dundee now.
So how would I?
You too. Bye. Crocodile Dundee. The lady looked at him and said, "You look like Crocodile Dundee."
No, she said you look like someone. I told her who I look like.
Oh.
I had to let her know. Be careful. Could happen to you.
I'll lose my head.
Yes.
Borobudur was built in the 8th century, but it was abandoned right after that as the center of power moved to East Java. No one knows exactly why, but it's speculated that there was a massive volcanic eruption here and people just wanted to get away. Then, after, Borobudur was abandoned and hidden for centuries until the 1800s. Amazing how you walk all over here and you don't see anyone. I think everyone just rushes to get up instead of admiring the bottom parts. But it is very beautiful. In the superior parts, you see the stoop.
Oke, have you done everyone? Halo, cek.
Yes, Sir.
Udah selesai ya?
Yes, Sir.
Bentar. Stop share dulu. Oke, so apa yang udah kalian dapat ini? Kalimat-kalimat yang mengindikasikan tentang describing a historical place. Mungkin kita mulai dulu dari si Dava mungkin.
Oke, sir.
Dava.
The place is very huge. Besar.
Oke. Sebagai buktinya itu di menit berapa ya, Dava?
Di menit 1, sekitaran 1 menit 34 detik.
Oke, coba kita putar.
Visit other out-of-town attractions. This place is huge. I thought you'd just get.
Oke, this place is huge. Oke, benar ya. Jadi si bulenya bilang kalau tempatnya besar. Kemudian ada lagi, Dava?
Gimana, sir?
Ada lagi nggak?
Ada sih sebenarnya. Kalau kita lihat di atas itu bentuknya kayak bentuk tradisional Buddhis Mandala.
Di menit berapa itu, Dava?
Sekitar 2 menitan.
When you look from the top, you can see that this place is in the shape of a traditional Buddhist mandala, which is a square with 4 entry points and a circle.
Oke, bener ya. Jadi si bule, si mbaknya bilang kalau kita lihat Borobudur dari atas, bentuknya kayak mandala. Mandala itu kayak semacam teratai. Itu. Oke, thank you, Dava. Kemudian, how about Farhan? Gimana Farhan? Dapat berapa?
Maybe it is also big that you find a lot of space.
Menit berapa itu, Farhan?
Di menit 3, sekitar 3.3.
Oke, coba ya.
Full of tourists, but it is so big that you find a lot of spaces like this. Totally.
Oke, benar ya. Dia juga bilang tempatnya besar karena saking besarnya meskipun banyak turis, tempatnya masih kerasa sepi gitu karena saking besarnya. Oke, thank you Farhan. Oke, so we are going to the next activity. Nah, oke. So everyone, can you see the picture?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, have you already visited one of these picture, or maybe you have visited this both picture?
Yes, the both.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And so this is the last assignment and then the last session of our meeting. So you need to explain or describe one of these picture. It will be good if you have already visited one of this picture. Jadi tugas kalian cukup deskripsikan salah satu tempat yang ada di gambar ini. Oke, do you have any question?
Belum, sir.
Belum, sir.
Oke, So you can start your assignment from now. Langsung aja.
Maybe from the first picture.
Oke, Farhan. Silakan.
Office of the Governor of West Java Province. Gedung Sate was built in 1920. It now becomes the landmark of Bandung City. The wall of the building is full of white, and the architecture combines Indonesian and European style. So, if the place is visited by many visitors, it would not be crowded because Gedung Sate is a huge building. Maybe that's a little bit about the explanation.
Okay, thank you, Farhan. It's a really clear describing from you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Farhan. And then how about Dava? Silakan, Dava.
Okay, Lawang Sewu is one of historical places in Semarang. The place is located in central Semarang. The name of Lawang Sewu means 1,000 doors in English. There are so many doors that will confuse you. The building combines between Dutch and Indonesian style and popular with the mythical vibe. The most of the building is white color. That's all.
Oke, thank you, Dava. Sama-sama jelas juga. Okay, so you guys, do you have any question before we end our meeting today?
Not yet, sir.
So, sir.
So far, so clear.
Okay, so kalau begitu, thank you for your participation. And before we end our class, let's pray together. Pray begin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Enough. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your participation.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
See you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.